feel like we were just looking at live pictures of Mount Washington with a school trip up there.
Yeah,
and so now it's snow covered.
Well, the auto road is still open, which surprises
Tricky,
me a little
yes,
bit. Like
with these conditions.
If you've ever been on, you've driven up that?
I have not.
As a car enthusiast, you should definitely do it.
Part of the experience, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. Like allegedly, there have not been many accidents. But what I'm getting
I
at
don't need
here,
to add to the ratio.
what I'm getting at is like I can't imagine driving it.
No. But people are
in
up
these
there
conditions, so
enjoying it.
fair enough. That's the diehard tourist there. I appreciate that. Okay, so I wish I had the one with the Mount Washington temperature. It's obviously below freezing, right? I mean, we've got rime ice all over the place there. But most of us are really quite flat with these temps into the mid-50s, almost exactly like what we had yesterday, 40s into the mountains. And there's really no reason for this to change much because the cloud cover has just increased over the last few hours, and most of us are clouded up. Now, there's a couple of breaks in there, one down towards Sebago, and one up to the north. But generally speaking, it'll be mostly cloudy. That's kind of the definition of a mostly cloudy day, right, through the rest of today. Couple of showers, as I mentioned. I'd love to hear whether or not these are actually hitting the ground because the radar is picking them up, but it's at the mid levels of the cloud, and it's relatively dry at the low levels. So there's a chance some of these are actually evaporating before they hit the ground. Either way, there's a chance for a sprinkle through the rest of today. You can see there aren't that many of them around though. So this model has them favored shower chance over western Maine and back into New Hampshire. But again, there's not a whole lot of those. Tries to open up a few more holes in the cloud cover too later today. I guess it's possible. I don't see any real driver for that exactly. So tonight we're largely cloudy, and that keeps temperatures along the coast in the 40s, but we might be able to break into the 30s into the mountains and northern Maine. Nothing really truly unusual for this time of the year. And it's a very linear, slow process to nicer weather. So tomorrow is nicer than today, but it's in the details. It's in the upper 50s to around 60. There's a few more breaks of cloud cover. This reminds me of the pattern that we had in June like this, where it was like, hey, tomorrow is like 8% better than today. I mean, that's kind of where we're at here. It's going to be a little bit better tomorrow, a little bit warmer, a little bit more in the way of sunshine. I think we turn the corner at least for a day and a half on Thursday, and Thursday is my favorite day of this stretch for sure. We start off cool, 40s and 30s, but we get into the mid and a couple of upper 60s, and notably there's actually sun around. So that, I think, will be a day that stands out from the rest of the week. That's part of a warm sector. Warm sector in the summer, you think heat. This time of the year, it's just a little bit above average. Our average high is about 60. So we should be able to get into the upper 60s in some spots Thursday, and perhaps Friday, first half of the day as well. And then we've got a storm system coming our way, moisture kind of coming in from the south. And I don't like this weekend. We talked about that yesterday, and I don't see any reason to change that tune. It still looks showery to rainy starting Friday afternoon and then really through most of the day Saturday. The only question is if we can salvage some part of Sunday. The latest European model, which I'm showing you, doesn't even give us that because the low sits just a bit east, kind of keeps rotating moisture in through the day on Sunday. If the Euro's right, it's a really rainy weekend. This is just a ballpark. Again, don't take this as an absolute forecast, but you know, I don't know how much more rainy you want to get here and through the weekend. So looks wet. Todd has morning showers Sunday. I do think there's a chance we clear out Sunday afternoon. I'm not sure that that's a lock by any stretch though. Crisp on Monday into the mid 50s. And so Thursday, we got that going for us. And even tomorrow's fine, but I just want to set expectations for it being only like within the margins better. Yeah, like if you're really paying attention, it's better. I think Thursday's the only day that will jump out you. It's like
for the most part, we're going to say, oh, another cloudy day.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I think so.
So encouraging
when
you're here. Thanks, Steve. All right, thanks.